It's hard to do an intro when this is a decent bop. Hello everyone. It has been a while since I played a visual novel that I'm actually interested in. Because Sakura Swim Club still exists, but that shit pisses me off. And before we begin, I just want to point out the price of this. Not because it's expensive, but because it's quite nice. This was made by the same people who made Army Gals. So I'm already interested, and let's begin. I'm not usually the type of guy to have his nose buried in a phone all the time, but today I thought those two T's were but. I just can't help it. Now, I usually do have my face inside my phone as well, but only when I'm playing Pokemon Go to the polls. Every buzz of my phone makes my heart rate spike. Okay, that's not a good sign. Drew. You didn't draw him yet. He's not drawn yet. I keep thinking that's the email I'm waiting for. What's this? My hands are sweaty from holding the device. I look down at the notifications awaiting me. I have no notifications awaiting me. Fresh hot pizza, 50% off. Today only. That's the... Does that... That looks like a 1. This kind of looks like a quotation, but this looks like a 1. It's not a terrible deal. No, don't get distracted. Not even by the decadent lure of pizza. This is one of the few matters in life that's more important than a hot slice. Pizza's not really that great to begin with. I paced across the hallway again, ignoring the other university students bustling around me. Conversations about graduation and final grades and hating this or that professor float by, but I hardly process them. My heart is pounding in my chest. Well, I hope it's pounding in your chest as opposed to someone else's. Today is the day I learned whether or not all of my hard work is going to pay off. More than it already has, of course. What is this? What are you? I would also like to point out, I don't know if they want me to say who they are, but someone was kind enough to gift this to me. So I guess you could technically say that it's sponsored, but not in the traditional way. But I highly doubt they're going to be watching this, considering what the thumbnail is likely going to be. I don't know what it is yet, but I'm sure it'll be very interesting. But I'm just going to say a family gifted this to me, so thank you very much. As we continue. Hello, Miley. Are you alright? No. The line is, are you okay?
Buster Wolf.
The sound of my own name startles me. I glance up to see one of my former professors, her curious eyes tinted with concern. You look like a fuckboy. I'm not used to people taking much interest in me. That's depressing. This attention almost makes me stammer, but I swallow the awkward syllables. I'm fine. I'm sorry if I stepped down in front of you. I'm a little restless. Okay. Oh, I could tell. You must be quite the tizzy. I thought this said hot. Not to notice that you put a jacket over your hoodie. Unless, of course, you want me to believe that you found this beautiful sunny summer day as cold as this trip to the South Pole. It is summer where they are? That's the best season. Hands down. Winter sucks. I look down, my cheeks burning hot when I realize she's right. Yeah, it's not really that hot, though. What are you so wrapped up in? Got a nice Tinder match? Are you allowed to use that? Isn't that copyrighted? I mean, I assume it's copyrighted. Sadly not. A few minutes ago, I was taking care of something in the lab and meant to change it to my jacket, but I guess my brain just had a meltdown. Apparently, I'm not supposed. Apparently, it's not a good idea to use Tinder to find a partner. Mostly because Tinder is used for DTF. I don't use Tinder, so. A faint blush crosses the woman's cheeks. Oh, there it is. Hey, she has green eyes. Did you know 2% of the world's population have green eyes? Sorry, that wasn't very professional of me. But since you're no longer my student, I didn't think it would hurt to poke a little fun at you. Oh, you look so sad. Wow, now that I've actually heard out loud, that does sound awful. Or that sounds awful. I don't actually care if you have a hot date or not. Not sure if that's insulting or not. Also, why is this uneven? I mean, I do. I hope you have a hot date. Okay, sure, Miley. You forgot to you forgot to put the picture in. Oh no, she's just. Oh wait, this probably is inner monologue. I mean, considering what's about to be said, I haven't read all of it. Considering what's about to be said, I hope it's the inner monologue and she's not blurting this out loud. Oh no! She's just as awkward as me. Her awkwardness is going to compound and drag us both into a black hole of social humiliation! No, it's okay. Okay, it was his inner monologue. I currently like this fuckboy more than Kaide, at least. I didn't think about that. I'm not your student anymore. Nope, you're a free man. And a nerd, too. If we're in the faculty meeting is to be trusted. I feel a little awkward at the mention of my achievements, but it's always been told that you've meant to be humble, and that's difficult under the pressure of direct praise. Why are you constantly doing this? Who talks like this? This is very awkward. While suddenly overanalyzing my response, I end up saying nothing at all. Well, like actually simply Miley now frowns at the awkward silence. Wait, have they told you they made nerd, or have they not told you that you were a nerd yet? I didn't ruin the surprise for you, did I? Is that why you're looking at your phone so much? It would be so unlikely to do something like that. Words are hard. No, I already confirmed it earlier in person. You didn't ruin anything. She sighs in relief and clutches her chest. So, is she still doing this while she's clutching her chest? Inadvertently drawing my eyes there. No, she's yelling at me. No, I think that might be a happy face. Oh, thank goodness. If there was any possibility I could have made this encounter worse, that might have been it. Creep on you, ruin your nerd announcement, and the only way to complete the trifecta would have been kicking you between the legs somehow. What? The only way to complete that trifecta would have been kicking you between the legs somehow. So in the balls. You want to kick him in the balls. You could just say kick you in the balls. Also, I can't say this word valedictorian. 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 Okay, maybe I can't say that word. But it's just such a nerdy thing, so I'm just calling him a nerd. Please don't. I will continue to call you a nerd. I swear my balls retracted to my body at the mere idea. The woman holds her hands up in despair. I'm trying my best not to. My phone vibrates again, and I glance down, only to be met with the allure of young singles in my area. Hey, you see this alert? Isn't it great? Yeah, another hot slice I'll have to pass up on. I sigh, and Miley tilts her head. What is it? Spam. Since I have my graduation officially confirmed, plus my status as nerd, I'm waiting for a response from a job I applied to. I sent them my updated resume. Yeah, good luck with that. You're probably gonna hear nothing. A job? Ha! You just don't take a break, do you? You always look like you're angry. You just learned that you're a nerd and you're passing up your resume before you even walk across the graduation stage. Aren't you going to take a week to relax and enjoy the post-finals relief? No! My flat answer makes her deflate a little. This is like the human representation of : V. Or no, colon less than. That's the one. Not colon V. Colon V is the wrong one. Colon less than. I suppose it's not a typical answer, but I didn't accomplish all of these achievements by doing things like taking breaks or being easy on myself. It's just out of my nature, I guess. I glanced at the text offering me a half-off pizza again, though. There are some luxuries that even I can't say no to. You want to come with? Where did you apply? The physics lab out of the outskirts of town. It's my dream to work with a super collider. I have some theories I'd like to put forth and start research on. Some theories, you say?
A game!
Miley blinks. No, she didn't. But then, why are you a sociology major? Sociology. I'm a double major. I also majored in physics. Do you ever sleep? That's what weekends are for. Fuck boy. Well, sometimes every other weekend, depending on where we were in the semester. So how does sociology factor into your dream of working with some science lab machine thingy? I don't really know what a super collider does, only that a lot of people moved out of town when they built it. I guess everyone thought it would blow up or rip a hole in the space-time continuum or something. Oh, it's very interesting and fairly self-explanatory. A super collider rapidly sends two particles. Yeah. Sorry, I fell asleep to nerd talk. Directly at one another. They meet in the middle and we can study the effects of their collision. Further studies into particles could lead to a better understanding of the Big Bang, and if my theory is right, we can even discover a source of infinite energy. Nerd. Infinite energy? I'm surprised she's still awake. Yes, I believe time passes at a different rate within black holes. If we can harness their power, we may be able to secure an infinite energy source. It would launch technology into the next age. Nerd. It's fascinating. No, it's not. Stuff. The kind of development that separates the Bronze Age from the Nuclear Age. Beyond that, it may have implications for other advanced studies, like matter teleportation, or even time travel. Time travel? That happens to be the point of this here visual novel. I hope it comes together like that. And I've lost her. I can pinpoint the exact moment she went from thinking I was some genius to a lunatic. I can pinpoint the moment I went from you being slightly interesting to a boring fuckboy loser. She's probably lumping me in with some people who think vaccines cause autism, the world is flat, and Pepsi is just as good as Coke. The absolute lunatics. Okay, you're back on my respect radar. Coke is better than Pepsi, the world is not flat, and vaccines don't cause autism, so I agree with everything you said. Well, thought, I guess. I look at my phone again, as if acceptance into the physics lab will allow me to hop on over and prove to Miley that my infinite energy theory isn't far-fetched. Of course, things aren't that simple. It would be helpful if I could time travel to the future, where I already have this job and am engrossed in my research. Then I can stop worrying about all of this. Or you travel to the future, realize you didn't get the job, and now you're depressed. That's just how most jobs work out. Or maybe my future self can come back in time and tell current self that I get the job so I can stop worrying. I answer my phone again, anticipating a text from an unknown number. Oh, come on, future me. Don't let me down now. Yeah, because that's what future you is going to do. You're going to send a text being, "Sup, nerd me? I got the job." My phone stays silent. Damn it. How are you going to get it? I guess you would borrow the phone from someone else. Well, at least now I know if they do discover time travel, I'll retain the moral integrity to not use it for personal gain. That too. Miley clears her throat. So anyway, you said a lot about super colliders, but you didn't answer my question. I like the background here. It's very nice. That's something you don't that people don't really take into consideration when characters are talking, and it's just what to put for the background. So, as someone who's been doing Pathway and support conversations, I acknowledge backgrounds significantly more now. What does sociology bring to you as a physicist? Why did you take all of my senior level classes if you weren't going to go into the field? Oh, it was because you were hot. That's it. Blush creeps across my face. I majored in sociology because of the social interactions have never come easily to me. If I could study people and society as a whole, it would have been helpful, but I mostly learned about research techniques, social phenomena, and the nuisances of different societies. I have no idea what you just said. There wasn't much to day-to-day interactions. I guess college isn't the place to learn basic life skills. Miley laughs, which makes me uneasy. Well, if a woman makes you laugh and that makes you uneasy, that's not a good sign, mate. She doesn't seem like a cruel person, but it's hard to tell if she's laughing with me or at me. Probably with you. Because most professors aren't going to go, ha ha, nerd! I think you'll find that isn't completely the case. College is supposed to be where you have big transition in life, but only in terms of academics. It doesn't do much to the social aspect. Did you join any clubs or extracurricular activities? I'm valedictorian double major, so no. That word is hard for me. What a shame. I feel like I failed you in some way. Why didn't you switch to studies or something more practical? Once I start something, I like to finish it. Fair. That's noble. Stop yelling at me. You should really have taken advantage of the college social scene, though. And you should have given me that advice as a freshman, but not the day after I finished college. I rubbed the back of my neck. But it is what it is. I suppose if I ever go back to school to pursue higher education, I could try, but I fully expect to be working by then. Continuing my studies would only be on the side. If things go well, I expect to be working within a fortnight. Well, maybe you can socialize at your new workplace. There will be plenty of new people to meet there, and I bet they'll be similar to you. Hardworking, motivated, you'll have shared interest in work hours too. Unless you're like me, where you work 4 hours a week. You have a lot to look forward to. I hope things go well for you and you hear back from the lab. You put in a lot of hard work here, and I'm sure you can do whatever you put your mind to. Again, you're yelling at me. Just remember to take breaks every now and then. I suppose I'm good with enough position I can get vacation days from any reputed company worth its name. Though I don't know how much I enjoyed sitting around doing nothing. That's kind of what I'm doing now, and it's kind of alright. The idea sounds so foreign to me. Time isn't an infinite resource. We shouldn't just squander it away. I'm kind of doing that now. Miley shakes her head at me. Relaxing isn't doing nothing. It's relaxing. She laughs softly and gives up on giving an explanation. Well, even if you won't take a break now, I could tell that you're destined for success. Congratulations, Drew. I'm only a little salty that you're not using my well-taught degree or anything. She tosses me a thumbs up and then steps past me. Not using it for anything? I sigh softly. Wishing, I thought this said wisting. Things have gone differently in my sociology studies, but this is always how I've learned. Delving into a book gives me all the knowledge I'll ever need except how to interact with others, clearly. Welp! Time to go over, analyze that entire conversation and think about what I could have done better after the fact. Relatable! I say nice school. With my phone still silent, I wander out into the courtyard. The end of the year has emptied and the campus quite a bit already. During high school, the end of the school year brought a sense of dizzying excitement, chaotic joy. Everyone screamed and screamed before running off to their next adventure. Here, it seems to be more of a collective sigh of relief. I watch the other students walk around together, keeping to their friend groups. Some of them are maybe seeing each other for the first time. I never really got the hang of making friends. I tried to keep myself busy and not think about it too much, but, well, it's difficult not to think about it when you're alone all the time. I kept my scholarship, though. I should have a decent chance at securing my dream career. Long-term goals are a sensible trade-off for momentary friendships, I believe. No, I think friendships matter more. I try to short off my lamentation, but a strange feeling arrests me to the spot. A cold one sinks down to the pit of my stomach. I blink, suddenly uneasy, although I'm not sure why. All the hairs on the back of my neck and along my arms stand on the end, bristling. What's happening? A cold sensation sweeps over my body. like I'm being doused in ice water. Someone put the ice bucket challenge over him. It's like, what, 2014 again? Just... Okay, suddenly there's a black hole! A dark void forms within my vision. Hardly able to comprehend what I'm seeing, I blink several times. Looks like there's a glitch in the very fabric of reality. Like a... Could it really be? An empty void spins, its energy churning around and around, causing my hair and clothes to flutter from its force. A black hole? Here? I'm so entranced that I almost make the mistake of reaching out to touch it. I know that's a female voice, but I ain't gonna do no high-pitched thing. I'm struck in the chest. It must be a heavy object to send me the flying the way it does. I close my eyes against the pain, bracing myself for the worst. It's strange that, even in mist sliding across the ground, I have this strong sense of awareness. Analytics are running in the back of my mind, even at a time of crisis. I grimace. My head and ribs feel tender, but I don't think anything is broken. Okay, I think I'm good. Suddenly something slams right into me, right between the legs, too. Spots of color burst in front of my eyes, and I cough and sputter. Miley's prophecy has been fulfilled. Even if she didn't kick me between the legs herself, the universe made sure it happened. I groan pitifully. If I make too much noise, I might just throw up, so I try to suffer as silently as possible while I wait for the agonies to subside. Surprisingly, I'm not the only one groaning. I finally open my eyes to look around. Okay. Hi. Two women cling to the other side of me, wearing nothing but their own embarrassment. What? But I glance up and realize that the black hole has completely vanished. Being cuddled by two naked women, I shouldn't be disappointed, yet I can't feel a little frustrated. Of all the times to be randomly assaulted by naked women, why can't I just have one dream come true at a time? With the absence of a black hole, my mind wanders to the next point of interest. Which one? I can see four. A flustered heat overtakes my face as I look them over, trying very hard not to look anywhere inappropriate, yet everything my eye is drawn to is inappropriate. What are you doing? Are you streaking on campus? It may be the end of the year, but this is extreme. One of them, the blonde, giggles and puts her hands on my chest, practically mounting me. My voice fizzles into nothing. Don't be silly. Didn't you see us coming out of the portal? That was you? You actually traveled through a black hole? I didn't see it, I felt it. I felt something. Very soft and squishy, I presume. A phantom pain throbs between my legs. That was not the thing I was imagining. Can it really be? Did they come through the black hole just like that? My thoughts are racing. A million hows and whys sound off all at once. I'm too distracted by the naked women sitting on top of me to ask any of them. Ugh, Ariel, what did we do? The dark-haired girl sits up and ruffles her hair. Why is it that every time I scream, "For science!" something bad happens? It wasn't bad. It worked out just fine. Look at where we are. Yeah, but look at how we ended up. Ah! Our clothes! Leona! Your clothes! Somebody, let me steal your... Somebody let me steal your pants. The blonde screams and covers herself, but Leona seems to be handling things more calmly. Yep, they're gone. Shame too. I just bought that jacket, and it wasn't cheap. Could have been worse though. At least didn't end up in the middle of a road and get hit by a car, right? She glances at me, a hot blush spread across her face. What are you looking at, jerk? I'm sorry? I look away, but I'm not sure if apologizing is the right move here. I was technically the one who was assaulted. The rest of the students on campus have all paused to stare at our odd little threesome of 2 naked women and 1 very awkward and flustered guy. I didn't think it would destroy our clothes. It's a fascinating side effect. It didn't destroy our hair. Conveniently. What about our eyebrows? Do I still have eyebrows? Kinda. Yes, you still have eyebrows, you filthy narcissist. Ariel sighs with relief. Thank Ashera. Can someone please explain to me what's happening? Oh, that's right. Nerd doesn't know us yet. I'm Leona and the blonde here is Ariel. Also, this is the narcissist, apparently. Okay. Drew. The sound of my name coming out of their mouth makes the hairs along the back of my neck stand up. I almost certainly have never met this woman, but somehow she knows who I am. This woman who stumbled out of a portal. A vague understanding of what's happening is forming in the back of my mind, but it's so unbelievable I don't trust it. Staring at her wide-eyed, the blonde-haired woman giggles under her breath, because these are 18, so they're not girls, they're women. Well, this is getting more awkward by the minute. I hope you're enjoying the show. I'm not. I mean, I am, but not. I don't know what the right answer is supposed to be. Neither do I. It's our fault, not his. We're the ones who decided to experiment on ourselves. Giggity. Experiment? The women exchanged flustered glances. Finally, after a few long minutes, the women being naked in the middle of the courtyard, the wires connect to my brain. My jacket! I hastily peel off my jacket and hoodie, hanging them both over to the women. Okay, but they still don't have paints. Here, you should take these. Although I only have a thin undershirt left, I'm not concerned about my own decency at the moment. I'd rather not be accused of sexual assault or public indecency by proxy. The women pull themselves off me, brushing their scraped knees and palms before blushingly accepting my outerwear. Doesn't help cover everything since they leave them unzipped, but it helps a little. I thought it was just like all white there. So Leona says thanks. So I am going to save. Quick save complete. Alright. I am gonna pause part 1 here. I'm already significantly more interested than at Sakura Swim Club. That's why this part is so long, because something needed to happen in part 1. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in part 2, whenever the hell that comes out. Probably tomorrow if I'm competent. See you then, jackass. Out!